So one time I was projectile puking and in a lot of pain. I had to go to the hospital. And when I finally got to get to see a doctor at the hospital, like he did not address my stomach issues at all. Like he completely ignored them and only focused on my butt. I don't know why, because I was not having any butt problems that day. Like I actually took a normal poop earlier that day, and I my stomach pains like stopped pretty much above my belly button, like, and I was just projectile puking a lot and just in pain, and I like was worried about getting dehydrated or just wanted any type of relief for like just to stop puking so much. And so, but yeah, the doctor, he's like, he just comes in, he's like, I think we should do a rectal exam. I was like, why? Because like I'm not like I don't see any reason why that you need to, since there's no issues on there. And he's just insisting on it and is arguing with me. So I'm like, fine, whatever. Like let's get it over and done with then. As soon as he sticks his finger in my butt, he starts adamantly accusing me and trying to convince me that I have too much anal sex, and I don't. I was not doing that at all then. And he's not believing that I haven't been putting anything in my butt, and no one's been putting anything in my butt. And he's like, just like saying, like, making these comments like, when you feel the need, when you feel like you must have anal sex, you need to use lubrication. With like, and like you need to like try and curb your like urge for anal sex and like stick to vaginal penetration more often. And I was just like, dude, I'm like, I do not take it in the ass. Like, you can stop it with that. And in this examination room, like it's a shared room, so there's only a thin, flimsy curtain separating me and the other people in the same room, like who can hear him. And it happens to be this little old elderly couple. Yeah, so he did, and then but the doctor decides the only way that I need to have an emergency colonoscopy the next day, and I need to rapidly prep for that. And the only way I could do that is by drinking 4 liters of laxatives. And he goes and gets me this huge, big ass, embarrassing, giant 4-liter jug that on both sides of it, and huge letters at the top says laxatives. In the center is a diagram of a bowel, a colon, a bowel, and the digestive tract, and like arrows going through it to like showing the direction of where it's going and where it's coming out. And at the bottom, in huge letters, bowel movements on both of the big sides, and then on the like narrow ends, like underneath the handle of the jug, that's where it has like the instructions on how to use it and how to like. I just only had these little bony arms at the time, so like no matter how I held the jug, you could always see either laxatives, bowel movements, or the diagram of the bowel. You couldn't hide all of it. And he sent me home with that, and I didn't have a backpack or a bag or anything to put it in, and it was the middle of the day on a Saturday, and like spring, almost summer. So there's a lot of people out, and I had to bus through 3 areas of Winnipeg, 3 very busy areas of Winnipeg, and it had to be seen carrying that 4-liter jug of laxatives through the city to get home. And when I get home, I actually attempted to prep for the colonoscopy, but doesn't mean that it worked, because I was still projectile puking and not holding anything down. And I don't know how he expected me to hold down the laxatives when I couldn't hold down water or anything. So none of it stayed down. Hey, and this shit was vile. Like, it had the consistency and texture of like baby oil or like cooking or like canola oil or something. And it tasted like stale, like cold old chicken noodle broth, and it smelled even worse. Like that, the taste and smell alone was like making me puke. Like even if I wasn't projectile puking, it just definitely got worse. So the next morning when I went to the hospital to hopefully now get him to, because I'm still puking and like in pain, so I'm just kind of hoping that now he'll actually look and give my stomach a checkout. And he was waiting at the information desk that he told me to meet him at the next morning when I got to the hospital. He was standing there waiting for me, like all excited. He's like, "Are you ready for the colonoscopy? Did you drink? Did you finish off that the jug of laxatives by midnight?" I'm like, "I definitely drank it all, but did not stay down." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, well, as you know, and as you witnessed, I'm still projectile puking and throwing up everything and still in pain." I'm like, "Can you now look at my stomach?" And he gave me a lecture for wasting laxatives and wasting his time and told me to go home and walked away. So I never got my stomach checked. I had to endure a very awkward rectal exam that was unnecessary. And those the old people that were the elderly couple that were in the same room as me, when the before I left the hospital the day before with the jug of laxatives, was sent to this like hallway or something to wait to get my IV removed. They were sent to the same hall as me, like not even 5 minutes later. We both had to wait to we were waiting for about 15 minutes at least for a nurse to come and remove our IVs. And the old lady was just like, they definitely think I probably thought, like from what they heard from the doctor, probably think I'm some sort of anal sex deviant or just like addicted to taking stuff on my butt. Like the doctor, for some reason, is sure that I was. I don't know what's that. I didn't even have a butt then either for it to even be anything worth or be to get any attention, because it was like literally concave and nothing but bone. Like 3 people like seriously ended up with hand fractures after slapping my ass, and it was so bony. I don't think anybody would even want to stick if I was taken in the butt. I don't think anyone would want to stick anything up there. So it's just nothing but bone to like get into. It's not pleasant, because I know like anytime like anyone tried to get me to try and pull me down to sit on their lap, they'd immediately push me off because it was so bony and asked me what the hell was in my pants. Like even had to wear like 5 pairs of underwear just so underneath one top pair of underwear, just so the butt would be filled out enough so it didn't look like it was soggy and like falling off back then. But yeah, I got it butt now, but that's because my thyroid slowed down. It doesn't work properly anymore, so I don't like that. But yeah, that was a really awkward weekend for many reasons. It's all that doctor's fault for the awkwardness of how every awkward thing that happened, like the rectal exam, the old people thinking I'd taken in the butt and like judging me for it, the jug of laxatives, like many people saw. Yeah, so that's very that's something, an awkward situation or experience I had that I actually wasn't at fault for this time. I wasn't the one making it awkward at all. It was that doctor, which is very, very rare that if when things get awkward that it's not my fault or I'm not the one being awkward or causing awkwardness. So, yeah, that doctor definitely. That's probably my most awkward doctor encounter or experience I've ever had. It's like, why did he argue with me and try and convince me that I take it in the butt when I didn't? Like, I don't get that. It's a weird guy. Hopefully he was actually a doctor. Because the hospital also at one point discovered that there was someone pretending to be a doctor there for like 10 years. Just show up every day, put a lab coat on, just like walk around the hospital for hours. And actually got away with it for like 7 years or something. So, yeah. Has anyone else ever had to drink a related drug of laxatives or had a doctor like insist on convincing you that you take it in the butt all the time? Yeah. Thanks.